Thank you for joining the Compass Sales Solutions video on the MPS PriceBook. The MPS PriceBook is for administrators only, and that can be found in system lists. What the MPS PriceBook is it allows you to import pricing for MPS from various suppliers, or you can add manually as well. And you'll see here I have quite a few printers already loaded. When you import from a supplier, the cost will automatically come in. If you add it manually, you can just add the costs in if you choose to do so. To add to the MPS PriceBook, you're going to go to Add Model, and this is how you would manually add it. You can copy from a model that's already in there. So for example, if there is a model that takes the same exact supplies as another, you don't have to type that information in again. So you can do that, or you can add a model manually. There's a product number, and create it that way. And now that I'm here on that new model, I can start putting in the costs and the yields. Make sure that you mark it as authorized if you want it to be able to be priced out when doing an MPS transaction. If not, it's going to show it as unauthorized. So if you're not quite done maybe getting the pricing and putting it in there, it might be a good idea not to mark it as authorized just yet. So I'm just going to save this model. Now if you want to delete a model, it's as easy as saying delete the model, and it will go away. You can delete all models if you'd like. You know, it's common to have you know, a few thousand models in there. If you want to delete everything and start over, maybe you changed suppliers or something like that. That would be the time when you would probably use that. There's also a search feature, so you don't have to scroll through. You can search by model or product number. So I'll search here. Oh, and here we go. Now I can double click on any of these. I'm just going to go here, and I can see the details. I can also see the costs that are going to be given to the rep. You can manually change these, and that's why these check boxes are here. If there's no check in the checkbox, that means it came in from the supplier and there was no changes made. But I had gone in and manually changed it, so there's a checkbox. Now, if you want to add your own cost per page, you can do that here. Same with color. And then you'll see the individual cost per page for the cartridge. And if there's OEM available, you'll see that for the OEM cartridge as well. In this case, there's some additional charges. So I have my mono costs here. My color costs would show the same here. And then I have some additional costs. So it looks like there's a maintenance kit, which is adding an additional 0.001. You also have your parts and labor table. This will add a parts and labor element to it, and you can put that on a scale. This example, and this is pretty standard among dealers, is you have a scale the cost per page is a little bit higher the lower the volume is. The higher the contracted volume, the lower the cost per page is going to be. To import from a supplier, you can go to the supplier area. We partner with Astor, Caton, LMI Supplies Network, but you can always map in your own spreadsheet if you choose to do so. So this is just who we partner with, no mapping necessary. You just get the spreadsheet from them. We already know what it looks like and we can import that. You can edit any model by going to that model, and you can make changes right here or in any of the fields. You can also do it on what's called a grid view, which, depending on how many machines, might take a second to load. There we go. And I can just type right into the grid. You can copy and paste, just use copy or Control-C and then Control-V as in Victor to paste it. Also, if you do make changes, make sure you save. If you make multiple changes, instead of saving each model at a time, you can save all, and it will save all. To import your own spreadsheet of equipment, you can go to the mapping tool. For example, I have Arlington here, and there's only one required column, and that is the supplier. So the spreadsheet can be formatted in whichever way you like. So in this case, the supplier is column A, the device make and model is C, manufacturer is H, so on and so forth. And you can do that, and you can import that way instead of importing from a supplier. And then you're just going to go to import, pick the map, you're going to hit open, and you're going to browse to wherever you saved that Excel document, and you can import it that way or make changes. There's another option up here called Best Price Consumables. What this is if you import from multiple suppliers and they offer consumables for the same product, it will automatically pick the best priced consumable from whichever supplier it is. And you'll see who the supplier is here. In this case, I added this manually, so there's no supplier listed. Under the edit drop-down, you can do bulk editing. So coverages, for example, right now I have everything default to, the manufacturer says 5% page fill, and I want it to price out at a 10% page fill. But if I wanted to change that in bulk over all of my thousands of machines, I most certainly could do that. You can also change margins. So you have default margins that you put on the products, and you can do that as well. So what I can do is automatically put a margin on there. So whatever's coming in from the supplier, as it being my dealer cost, I want to make sure I pack that with a little bit of a margin. I can go ahead and just put that in there, and that will add it to the sales out cost. Also under edit, you have the ability to change the additional cost name. So when you're under additional costs, you'll see that I've named these, exit roller trays, ADF maintenance kits, and things like that. And you have 5 of those. but you can come here and you can certainly change those to whatever you'd like. If there's extra charges that you want to have added into the cost of the service on that machine. And then you have your parts and labor table. So this is based again off of the volume and how much it is going to add when the rep prices it out for your parts and labor burden. Thank you for joining us on this video for the MPS PriceBook. If you have any questions at all, please contact training@compasscontact.net.